Cipher Two, the clarification. Ancient stories speak of forgotten ages. Across the world, symbols, monuments, and sacred traditions preserved fragments of a much larger mystery. Long before recorded history, humanity looked to the heavens and imagined civilizations beyond the horizon of ordinary understanding. In these stories emerged the elder races, the strategists, the builders, the guardians, the scholars, the watchers, the mystics. Each represented a different force within the cosmic order. Some embodied wisdom, some embodied discipline, some preserved memory, others guided transformation. Across countless generations, these archetypes became woven into myths, legends, and sacred symbolism. Among them stood celestial guardians, timeless figures who appeared throughout humanity's oldest stories. Some were remembered as gods, some became legends, others survived as symbols etched into temples and carried through generations. They represented humanity's search for meaning, order, and connection to something greater than itself. Among these legendary figures, one emerged as a symbol of transformation, a king, a teacher, a bridge between worlds. His name was Osiris. Across the ages, artists depicted him in green. Storytellers associated him with renewal. Mystics connected him to the eternal cycle of death, rebirth, and regeneration. The Green King became a symbol of life's ability to restore itself, to heal, to adapt, to transform. A living bridge between humanity and the greater forces represented throughout the cosmos. Within his symbolic code existed three principles: the human, the eternal, the regenerative. The human code embodied creativity, compassion, imagination, and growth. The Elder Code embodied instinct, resilience, adaptation, and survival. The Celestial Code embodied wisdom, memory, harmony, and higher understanding. Together they formed a living balance, not domination, not conquest, harmony. The Green King became the embodiment of renewal. Where others broke, he reformed. Where others faded, he endured. Where others saw endings, he perceived cycles. His green appearance became the symbol of regeneration. His resurrection became the symbol of renewal, and his story became a metaphor for a deeper principle, that life continually rebuilds itself. The body heals, the mind adapts, the spirit transforms. The ancients preserved this idea through myth as the union of many forces working together as one: the hybrid code, the eternal return, the Green King. Yet every cycle of renewal begins with a fracture. The harmony broke, the symbols scattered, the light fragmented across the void. Ancient stories describe this moment as separation, a passage through chaos, a descent into darkness before transformation could begin. But even within the darkness, a spark remained, a memory, a possibility, a single light. What had been scattered slowly moved toward wholeness. The fragments aligned, the symbols returned, the energy awakened, and from the chaos emerged a new beginning. The Green King stood restored, not as a conqueror, not as a ruler, but as a symbol, a reminder that endings and beginnings are part of the same cycle, that healing follows fracture, that wisdom follows experience, and that transformation follows challenge. The story was never about a king alone. It was never about a temple. It was never about a single civilization. It was about remembrance. Across generations, stories carried wisdom, symbols carried ideas, and myths carried questions. The map was never lost. It waited patiently to be rediscovered, to be reinterpreted, to be understood by each new generation. The elder races, the celestial guardians, the Green King, the hybrid code, the reawakening. Together they form a symbolic journey through memory, transformation, and renewal. This is Cipher Two, the clarification: create, inspire, elevate.